Joining us now is Jay Clayton, a former chair of the SEC and a CNBC contributor. Jay, more and more we just decide that, in this world, we need to, we can't create the world we want. We have to deal in the world that we have. Andrew, we've discussed whether we need to be in a nuanced world. I always think there's no other choice. It's a nuanced world. There's gray areas everywhere. We have to. Would you suggest that these companies somehow pare back their engagement with China?
Well, I agree with your initial premise very much, which we do live in a nuanced world, and we need to understand the world we live in. So we're talking about, across the constellation of cooperation, competition, and conflict with China, where do we stand? What's it likely to be?
Yeah.
We've done a lot of work, I'm sure, on the DoD side and what some kind of conflict would look like. We have not done a lot of work at either the company level or at what I would say a systemic level on what the economic consequences of an abrupt decoupling would be. And we should do that work. If we better understand, I believe if we better understand at both the company level, and I'm talking about large multinational companies like we saw with Apple recently, or across the financial system, what an abrupt decoupling would mean, I actually believe the risk of conflict goes down because we start to understand.
I think she knows this too. That's what I think. That's why I think that Taiwan, I can't imagine that at this point that's within the next 5 years, even in Xi's mind.
Well, I think let's.
But there are people that say it's going to be next year. Kyle Bass thinks it's going to be next year.
Well, and look, there are many scenarios, and you have to prepare for some of the worst. Preparing for the worst helps you avoid them, right? But what did the Russian sanctions, particularly in financial markets, teach us? That you can have a rapid drop in asset prices, and that you're going to have to react to it. Now, that was 1/10, 1/100th of what we would have given the amount of interconnection between the U.S. and China. And look, we talk about U.S.-China. I think another thing to learn is it's very much multilateral. The connections, they may be the two biggest economies, they may be the most integrated, but everybody else operates around that.
Do you think we need to prepare, or at least have a contingency plan for the worst case scenario? I'm sort of an ostrich. I just think because it would be so destabilizing, it can't happen. It's impossible. But if China was 35% of the world's GDP growth, accounted for that over the past 30 or 40 years, which is what people say. Well, who makes up the other third?
Well, let me go back to what I said. The responsibility of both companies and governments is to prepare. Okay?
Like for black swans.
And not just. I think it's beyond. Given the level of rhetoric. You have people like Kyle Bass who are absolutely convinced, smart guy, does his work, right. Absolutely convinced that the incidence of conflict is going to rise. You should prepare for that. I think most
skirmishes, not the overall, not a massive hot war,
or economic skirmishes. We can see economic.
We
skirmishes.
have those already.
Right. So if you are a company, you should be preparing for whether an economic skirmish is going to directly.
How would Apple prepare?
Right. Well, I think they are already doing it. Look, I'm not in the boardroom at Apple. I'm not in the management committee, but I will bet you that they are talking about this every day. How can we diversify, make more resilient our supply chain over time?
Okay, well, if you're Disney and you have Shanghai Disney, what would you do?
And you have,
you can't diversify that.
No, but you're operating today,
right?
And are you looking out, saying what would our operations look like? How would we adjust? Okay, I don't think you can be an ostrich in your area.